different wording.
This sounds cool. I have an exam on Friday.
The exam. Now the exam should cover chapters 1, 2, and 3. I say should because I don't know how far we're actually going to get by that. Well, because we should be through chapter 1 by Tuesday if everything works out well. We'll go back to chapter 4. I'm sorry, do I confuse? Well, actually, just wait, it gets even worse because after we get done with chapter 3, we're skipping to chapter 54.
Whoa!
So,
are you serious?
I'm serious.
Man, this book is messed up.
Liz, go ahead.
Do we have any quiz before the test over any of those chapters?
No, because they're too basic. Yeah. Okay?
Yep.
All right. So, let me ask you a question. I am new here, so. How do you normally, when you get reading out of the book, how do you normally do that? Is they assign it as homework, or you do it in class, or you do it?
Depends on the teacher. It depends on what's like in the class. Out loud. If it's like really like boring stuff, then we're not going to read it at home.
So pretty much we're not going to read this whole book.
At least Hannah is truthful to the man.
Right, because then no one wants to go home and fall asleep reading this stuff. Yeah, that's why everyone before they go to bed, I'm going to read.
Fair enough. I will keep that in mind. Well, in reality, we don't have to read chapter 2 because, like I said, we've been working on it for the past 2 weeks. You didn't even know it. So let's go through page by page and get to the point where we haven't covered something, so you know where we're at. Okay? All right. So let's look at page 27. They start talking about the scientific method. Well, I already gave you notes on that, and you've been doing laboratory experiments on that. You're defining the problem. They talk about defining the problem. That's one of the steps. Collecting background information. That's like making your observations about that problem. Okay, that's another step that we talk about. Formulating that hypothesis. That's the third step that I presented to you and you've been doing. And notice in bold down there at the bottom it says the hypothesis is a statement that can be tested. Gee, where have I heard that before?
I don't know.
What if we don't have enough materials to test it?
Mr. Lyric said that? Okay. Well, I think I said that earlier this year too, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, that's
Educated guess?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Testing a statement?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Next one. Flip the page. We're on 28. Look how quick that was. Yeah, no, is that good?
What?
How fast we moved through
Yeah,
27?
it was very.
What's this fake science thing about?
See, you could be like one of those teachers that just talks about the same sentence over and over.
Mr. Kelsey is #1 teacher.
Yeah, right. Okay. Next one is testing the hypothesis, which was the fourth step that I gave you.
We finished it already.
And it talks about experimentation. Now, there are 2 items here that I'd like you to write down right now, or that I need you to realize something about. Okay, in your notes or remember in your head. Okay? Important stuff here.
What do you want to say? What do you want to know?
There's 2 words there: independent and dependent variable.
We are learning about that in Algebra 2, and I did not understand it.
I never heard
I was like,
It's
should I page?
independent and dependent variable.
What page is it
Page 28.
This is in here.
Page 28 at the top there, under testing the hypothesis.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. And I
We
know how
are.
much I love these. Yeah, Algebra 2, great.
Scott,
Wait, are we writing this down?
you just write down the words and I'll get to them in a minute.
What words are we writing down?
Scott, relax, all right?
Sorry.
As long as you're not a wanted man, you're all right.
Hey,
Okay?
Scott, raise your hand.
Okay.
Always asking a question.
Excuse me. Ladies and gents. The easiest way to remember independent and dependent variables in science. Now, I don't know if it's the same for math.
Let me guess, dependent
Okay.
comes before independent.
All right, no.
D comes before I.
No, that's not even going down there.
Great.
All right. Independent variable is the variable you're testing. The variable you're testing.
Which one? Kind of like in math where you like plug in the independent variable to get your answer. Wait, what's
Dude, let's
not
Hannah, let's do one thing at a time, and let's not cross into our math.
Let's forget about math.
Let's not cross into the math objectives because it may confuse individuals. Yes.
Okay.
All right. The independent variable is what you're testing. All right. So let's go back for a minute and think about the labs that we did. Alan, what
Yes.
was an independent variable for the Grabbit lab?
A.
Hold on. Alan, you're in science class now. Not math anymore, science. Okay, here we go. Ready? Try it again. Grabbit lab, what was the independent variable? What were we testing?
To find where we're going to catch the ruler.
Okay, so we were testing your
Reflex.
Thank you. Okay, so the independent variable for the Grabbit lab was your reflexes. Now, if that helps you remember the independent variable, then please put that in your notes right now. Okay?
If it doesn't.
And if it doesn't, then I don't know what to do with you, Andrew. I'm not sure. Let me think for a minute. No. Andrew, let's see if you can get the independent variable for the Hopper lab.
Hopper lab was the different sizes of the hoppers.
They were different sizes, but what were you testing with that?
Oh, the distance.
How far they would hop, right?
Distance.
Okay, so it was the distance that would be your independent
I like
variable.
these better than it. Yeah, you will.
Okay? A little easier, right?
Yeah.
Ashley, did you know it or did you have a question? Okay.
She's smart. She is.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Let's just separate.
Now, let's change over now. Dependent variables. Dependent variables. These are variables that rely on the
Oh,
independent.
I know.
Or,
I know.
The how far.
It was
Like-
the different hoppers.
what?
The different hoppers.
Yeah, the dependent variables, how far they hop was according to their mass
Yeah.
and how hard you hit them. And
So this is the outcome?
they're related to the outcome. Okay, there's something that creates dependent variables or something in there that they're not supposed to change. In other words, everyone's supposed to do them the same. Those, it's variables are terrible. Variables a terrible thing to use here. I don't like that word in this sense because they're not supposed to vary between each group, right? They should have been the same
They
thing.
can vary, but they're not
Go ahead,
supposed
Ashley.
to
So on
vary.
the Grabbit lab, the dependent thing would be like how fast you drop the ruler, like how you drop the ruler.
Yeah, oh, you mean in the graph? Yes.
Or like how long the ruler was.
Yeah. The type of ruler. These are all dependent.
Cool.
Okay? And they affect your results. Okay? That's why we said there were weaknesses in that lab, because a lot of people did different things. Okay? And we didn't want that.
So it's like weaknesses.
Well,
It's a little bit confused.
yeah, I know. This one's always kind of fishy. Let me see if I can clear it up for you a little bit. Let me grab a ruler here. Okay, let's take the graph. You're testing reflexes. That's the independent variable. That's what you want to test. The dependent variables are the things you don't want to test. They want to be everything else we wanted the same. And that's why variable is such a bad word here. I don't know why they don't change that, but I have to deal with the wording. Yeah, I know. Okay, you held this above your hand here. All right. We wanted you to hold it about here, and everybody should have been about the same. That would be a dependent variable. Everyone should be holding the same. Okay. However, in the lab, we had people holding it here, there, all over the place, right?
So pretty much it's a variable that shouldn't be there.
It's a
Or
variable.
something that may make a difference.
It's a variable that shouldn't be a
That-
variable.
Yeah, it's a variable that shouldn't be a variable. It's something that you
Variable
want.
that shouldn't vary.
That's much better. I like that. A variable that shouldn't vary.
Right.
Something that should be the same, however it could change, and that's what makes it a weakness. Okay?
Can I read you something to tell me, because it kind of sounds like the concept?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. A variable whose values depend on the values or other variables, like on the values of the other variables.
Right. Yeah, and again, the
So
wording.
depending on where you
if-
hold the ruler is going to be the outcome of what the dependent variable.
I was going to get to the definition because that's what you got there, right? Yeah. If you look at the definition, I always found that definition just as Andrew said, and some of you said, well, that confuses me. I understand that. It's not the clearest definition in the world. Okay? And I don't know why they have variable as a word, because really you don't want it to change. You want it to be the same between every person in the group. Jasmine.
So like the independent variable would be like what you're testing, like the reflexes, and then
Right.
the dependent would be like where you hold the ruler and stuff
Right,
like that.
right. Because that would affect your results. Wherever you held that ruler would affect that result. So your independent variable is going to be affected by the other one, the dependence. And I hate those words. I really do. Because you go, independent, what are you talking about? If you can remember, the independent variable is what you're testing, and the dependence is the other stuff, you'll be fine. Really. If you think of it that way. The independence, the one thing that you should be testing in the lab. And the other ones are just there, and you hope they don't affect your results. And I try not even to use dependent variables. I always use independent because it gets confusing. Go ahead.
When you held the ruler, depended on
Yes.
the outcome.
Yes.
Gnarly.
Okay. And that's the way you can, you can put it in a sentence. It may help you. Absolutely. It may help you understand that. But I don't want you to get stuck on that. Just remember, this is a general term. You'll hear this, if you go on to college or whatever, wherever you end up, you'll probably hear these terms again. And you'll go, hey, I remember that in Mr. Kenson's class. We did that. Yeah, no, man won't remember that. Man will say, I remember that in science. That strange guy who made us hop things across the room with a ruler. And gave us a peanut and called it our sons and daughters.
I never found that peanut.
Okay. Go down a little further. I hope, if there is any confusion on that, please let me know. I think we cleared it up pretty well as a group, and I appreciate that input. That helps.
We're working in groups today.
Well, we kind of are. It's a big group, Alan.
We're a
Big group.
We're a big happy family.
This is an extended group. That's right.
We're a happy family.
Okay. Next one. Go on down, and you don't have to write this. We already talked about this. A control group. We already talked about a control group. Something, earlier when we said that we don't have a basis for comparison. That's one of the weaknesses that we came up with in some of our labs. Remember? What's that? Right, when you're testing the soil, or even the reflex lab. We don't have any data on your reflexes before, so we have nothing to compare it to. So that's a control group. That's a control group, yeah. That's a control group. Now you're going to have to know this stuff, and so here it is on page 28 in case you forget, because one of the little projects you're going to be doing for me in the next 3 weeks is you're going to create an experiment for me.
Oh,
Okay?
do we have
You're going to write up, yes sir, you're going to write up a procedure.
Anything? Anything that
On
you
test on anything, that's right.
Oh,
But I'll
boy.
get to the details on that later. Don't
We
think about
didn't
that.
test how heavy it is.
I'll give you some examples like acceptable labs. Andrew, weighing a pencil is not acceptable. Sam, go ahead.
So can you get a control group definition?
Yeah, control group is I don't know what the book gives it, but I say it's a basis for comparison.
Are we gonna be testing on this?
Yeah. Yeah, Hannah, you will. If you look in the back of the book, it'll give you a complete definition, but I always try to make them shorter.
The other group that is not supposed to change it.
It's your basis for comparison, what you're going to compare your experiment to. Okay? You're doing the experiment on this group.
Cool.
You got a group over here that doesn't do anything. Let me give you a quick example of that, just so it's clear. I'm going to take this side of the room. All right? I'm a scientist. I come up with a new drug to cure allergies. Okay? All right? I'm going to give all of you my drug.
Ooh. Is that
Cool. No. And over here,
if we all die?
I'm going to give you something, but it's not going to be my drug. It's going to be like a sugar pill or something.
Caffeine pill.
But you're going to think that you're taking the same thing as that. But in reality, you're the control group. You're not taking anything to control your allergies, but you're taking something to make you think that. So we can see Alan, he doesn't really have allergies. He's just acting like he has allergies.
Cure yourself psychologically.
Right. We'll see if you're just mental. No, just kidding, Alan. Just kidding. No, but then over here, see, I can take their results and I can say, okay, well, how good is my drug? Well, I look at their data and I compare it to the group that really wasn't taking anything.
You're taking caffeine
Well,
pills.
what's going on
You're
over there
taking
had allergies?
nothing. What's that?
What if no one over there
Well,
had
I'm just saying that all of you have allergies. Okay. But I have a drug that'll cure them all, so whatever you're allergic to, I'm okay?
I'm allergic to green
That's a
beans.
powerful drug, that's right. Whoa, it's powerful. That's all right, okay? So that gives you an idea of what the control group is for, okay? I'm going to compare their data to yours so I can see if it's working. And if it's not, obviously, I need to change my drug. Change my drug.
You sound like some
Got to give him a new
dealer.
drug. Okay.
I want
You
to
sound like some dealer.
All right?
Already.
Questions, comments?
Some of us would know about that.
Okay. If you go down the page on page 28, it says making and recording observations. That's collecting your data, of course, or results. We've done that already. And then last but not least, you have your drawing conclusions. And you all know how to write such a quality conclusion now that you're experts, right? Right. Now, from these conclusions on page 29, now, from those conclusions, let's say that Hannah has a conclusion for her lab. Okay? She's done such a great job, and she's got these results, and she's written this conclusion, and now she says, okay, I'm going to share it with Jessica up here, and Jessica's going to read it. She's going to say, well, that's nice, Hannah, but I'm going to try your experiment and make sure you're right. So she's going round and round until finally we either change the whole thing and we start again, or we agree as scientists, we come up with some sort of theory or law, and that's where it is on page 29. Okay? First, it usually becomes some sort of law. If you all discover that basically it comes up the same, and you come up with the same results, we can put this into some sort of law, scientific law.
Well, what if only one person does it come up with the same answer?
Okay, well, that person might have made some errors.
But they
And
did it
that's-
a couple times and they did the same.
If they start seeing inconsistencies, they scrap the whole idea and they start over again. They say, no, this just can't be. This is wrong. Okay?
Those?
Okay, one more time. What school did you teach at last, and how did it differ from Hazlitt?
I taught at Bering Springs High School, which is in the southwest corner of Michigan, and it's about half the size of Hazlitt, so there's a lot fewer students.
Okay, and did you do anything else there besides teach, or?
At Bering Springs, I coached football, wrestling, and I did a year of track. Also did Science Olympiad.
Okay, what do you like about Hazlitt?
I like the students. I like the area. I really like the enthusiasm that the students have for their school spirit.
And how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching for 7 years. This is my 8th year. I taught chemistry, physics, trigonometry, and pre-algebra. While at Bering, I was involved in a lot of different activities.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Phillip, you want the whole, I'm sorry. My name is Mr. Rukowski. Rutkowski.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? I'm all ready. I'm recording. Okay. All right. What school did you teach at last, and how does it differ from Hazlitt?
Oh, this is a loaded question. I taught at Detroit City High School, which is in Detroit, Michigan, and taught there for 6 years. And some of the obvious differences are you got inner city kids down there compared to Hazlitt students, which are more suburban. And I don't know, y'all got gangs around here. We had gangs down in Detroit. I taught many gang members, and even some of them came back to see me later when they were either in a gang or out of the gang or whatever. It was a lot of fun, though, a lot of different experiences. So that's where I came from.
Okay. What do you like about Hazlitt? Is there anything in particular?
Well, let's see. Big thing is that everybody's here every day. I'm used to students coming in for a day, and then I don't see them for 2, and then they come back. Attendance is a big thing in Detroit compared to here. Attendance is not a problem. And of course, I have equipment like I've never dreamt of before. And one of my rules being protect our supplies. I don't have to worry about students, so far anyway, grabbing a triple beam balance and busting it up and things like that. So a lot of, it's more trusting atmosphere, I guess you could say. That's more trusting.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been teaching, and has it always been like chemistry and stuff, or biology?
Well, I taught 6 years in Detroit, and I was fresh out of college when I went to Detroit. And I taught everything but a mathematical physics class, so to speak. What Mr. Kohler teaches, the conceptual physics, I kind of did that. And then one semester of chemistry and earth science and physical science and biology, of course. Even a scientific research class on this. Yeah.
Is there anything interesting you'd like to tell us about yourself? Like, did you coach at all, or anything you like to do?
Yeah, well, I love coaching. I've coached football before. I did 5 years of girls track, and I would like to get back into the coaching football. That's one of my things. And if we ever get a hockey team here, I'd love to coach hockey. I play hockey as much as possible. In the 30 and over leagues now that I qualify. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think it's good because it gets me to play a lot more. I don't know. I do a lot of things. I'm a sports fanatic. You know, I love going out and just soccer, basketball, whatever. One of the things I used to do in Detroit City High School is go down to the gym and play with the basketball team, actually. Had a lot of fun with that. That was a good time. And then I hunt. I'm a hunter, too. I hunt in the fall.
Oh, you're one of those.
Yeah, I'm one of those. And I bring some of that stuff into the room. That's why you might see some skulls around and other things that you may not see in jars that, other teachers may not have. So.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry it took us so long.
Say your name and spell it.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. Okay, see this channel? Do you know how to set audio on here? A little bit like that. Yeah. Okay. Jen High Street, JenHighstreet. Should I take my sunglasses off? All right. Good afternoon. This is Jen High Street reporting for TV 25. This year, many changes have taken place at Hazlitt High School, including many new faculty members. I took some time and caught up with a few of them, and here's what they have to say. Now okay, we'll do the extra later. All right. Good afternoon. This is Jen High Street for TV 25. Reporting for TV 25. This year, many changes have taken place at Hazlitt High School. Yeah, just a little.
It's on channel 3.
TV 25. Okay. Sorry, okay. Ready? Should I walk forward at all or just stand still? Okay. Am I good? Adam, go away. Hey, how's FST since I left? I didn't even notice you left. Thanks a lot.
Let me get an interview.
No.
Ask me some questions.
Hey, with it. Excuse me? No, go away.
Yeah,
We gotta do
football
this.
teams are doing pretty good this year. I think we got played the with this Friday, and
Gotta talk in- Good afternoon. This is Jen High Street reporting for TV 25. This year, many changes have taken. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. I'm Jen High Street reporting for TV 25. Sorry. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. I'm Jen Highstreet reporting for TV 25. This year, many changes have taken place at Hazlitt High School, including many new faculty members. I took some time out and caught up with a few of them, and here is what they have to say. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I almost said good afternoon, and here are today's announcements. Okay. Greetings, Earthling. This is Jen Highstreet. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. And here are today's announcements. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. I'm Jen Highstreet reporting for TV 25. This year, 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. I'm Jen Highstreet reporting for TV 25. This year, many changes have taken place at Hazlitt High School, including many new faculty members. I took some time out and caught up with a few of them, and here's what they have to say. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Now you've had a closer look at our new faculty members. No, that's not right. Had a closer look at some of the new additions to our faculty. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Now you've had a closer look at some of the new additions to our faculty members. Thank you for tuning in and have a great day. This is Jen Highstreet signing off for TV 25.
Come over, bring your group over, and we'll play with that a little bit, and we'll see that you can actually get this thing to stop with the strobe light, and it looks pretty cool. Okay. One thing that'll really bother me is if you're not doing anything and you leave this sound on. Okay, because it gets really annoying. Okay, especially when you put it on a table, it gets even louder. Okay, and we'll talk about why it does that at some other time. But so if you're not using this, don't leave it running. Okay, and for all those people that had one, you know those little football guys that run around. You guys had one of those tables? Yeah. The little table that vibrated. I bet you they use something similar to this. But, it's got the same sound. You don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Questions? If you're having trouble, you don't get any dots, let me know. It means something's got to be adjusted, and I'll figure it out. After 6 times, they're finally getting me on TV. You need stuff.
Number 2 needs a battery. Yeah, they all do. Oh, hey, I got one, Daryl. They all do. I hope so. Daryl, I got it. Where'd the carbon paper go? Alright. Should I go get the stroboscope?
That, I mean, because if we can, because then we can get
Like that's sooner than your strobe light.
I got this stuff. We need 6. Yeah, I get to 6 100s.
Everybody got stopwatch?
his wire. Where's Did we get carbon paper? Yeah.
Lab. Carbon paper.
I can't find a hole.
Yeah.
God. She scared me with the camera. Oh, God. Alright, move away now.
You can start the camera too. Go.
Okay, alright. Go. Wait, go.
You might want to get a longer piece of paper that hold a little faster. See if that's okay.
Like this piece. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna need a longer piece than that.
Yeah, you could just explain that.
No, it's easier this way.
Same person needs to be doing it. Ready? It turns a little before it turns on.
Jenny, you notice how you're always on camera somehow? It's the right side.
You wait 3 seconds.
It's gotta be at least ready, set, go.
I'm like,
Those are good. Okay, nice.
It's not recording. The light's not on, but okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. The administration has been very busy this summer, hiring 6 new high school faculty members. I recently talked to 2 of them. 1. Okay, 3, 2, Bailey, get the fuck out of the way. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. The administration has been very busy this summer, hiring 6 new high school faculty members. I recently talked to 2 of them, and I can't move. I'm like swinging my arms and stuff, and that wasn't good. Right? Okay, 3, 2, 1. The administration has been very busy this summer, hiring 6 new high school faculty members. I recently talked to 2 of them.
Bailey, I'm gonna shoot you.
Bailey, 3, 2, 1. The administration has been very busy this summer, hiring 6 new high school faculty members. I recently talked to 2 of them. 3, 2, 1. Now you've had a closer look at some of our new faculty members. Thank you. I'm Jen Highstreet reporting for TV 25. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Now you've had a closer look at some of our new faculty members. I'm Jen Highstreet reporting for TV 25. Thanks, and have a great day.
Mm-hmm. So you need one more semester or something. Well, could do your communication like that if you want to go on with that class.
Gonna have enough?
Yeah, persuasive.
Fuller and.
Well, I was just giving you the list.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was, that's good to have that.
Hi, Bob.
Okay. Bye, Bob.
Good. We got something. I can respond to your note. How's that?
How long did that take you this morning?
Would you like me to do anything?
Nope.
How long did that take you?
Just talking.
Hey, what do you say? Why are you filming, man?
Right there. Been 26 years.
Hey, Megan.
Never.
She said. She still likes
She liked it.
She's got one man.
It's a pretty good picture, too.
What?
Wait, can I get in it too?
Go ahead. Sure, Wayne. Come on, Wayne.
Get in there.
And what did Wayne do? You're probably going to ask that question.
What did Wayne do?
I totally support Mr. Guevara and everything that he does, and I think he looks like a big chick magnet without his little mustache there.
Beautiful. You hear that, chick?
He looks like a lot younger, don't you think?
Absolutely. At least 30 years.
Seriously.
All right.